To me, it did not start as a Happy New Year. I hate to start with a depressing bit, but um, our Sammy passed away about 2 hours ago, so it's not a real good start to our year, but it is what it is. So I will probably be, unfortunately, a bit subdued today, um, but we are going to work on our necklace we started yesterday. I think it will help me a little bit to do a little work, so we are going to do that. Let's see, it says we got a few more folks on. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, I woke up this morning at 5:30 to her having some kind of a seizure in my bedroom and reached down to try to calm her and got myself pretty well mangled up. And then my husband came in and got her. She seemed to settle with him, and then as soon the seizure was barely over and she was gone. So it was very, very fast. Luckily, she was not by herself, I'm glad to say. But hi, Donna. So there is that. But it did happen very, very fast. So who knows? So we are going to work on our necklace we started yesterday. If you'll recall, we got it this far with our clasp up on top, and then our connectors here and our chain here. Thank you, Deborah. So that's going to be our top strand. So we're going to put another strand down here, beaded strand with our pendant that we made yesterday as well, down at the bottom of that. So we need to get some beading wire out, and I think I'm just going to use my white Softflex that's in my All That Sparkles kit that I've been doing videos that members have been seeing first, and then of course we've had a few that were later than that. So we're going to just use our white Softflex. I have been making these. These are the glitter that was in the All That Glitters. So we started those yesterday. They're still a teeny touch sticky, but not bad. So I'll make something with those in a later video. But what we want to do is turn down and try and design what we want to do. I have a lot of my All That Glitters beads out. So no, not All That Glitters. Glacial Glamour. Get the right kit, Rose. We have hey Tammy. So it is Glacial Glimmer, is it not? Yes, it is. Now my companion bundle one still has not came yet. It and when I check on its tracking, it says it's still in the original post office, which I'm like, what, you guys lose it? I hope you didn't lose it. And hey Anita. So though my next two, one is supposed to be here tomorrow. It's still in Tennessee, but it was in Nashville, so that one's moving. And the next one is supposed to be here, what they say, on Saturday. So thank you, Ruby. So I'm hoping that they get going. But So let's turn down. We can start designing this lower strand, upper strand. The upper strand is the chain, the pretty chain. The lower strand is the beaded one. So we've got to design that and um, decide how long it's going to be. Now, because we want it to be obviously longer than our chained part, we probably want to add at least an inch to 2 inches. An inch, though, if you've ever made a two-strand, you'll know that once you pull it apart, the strands get closer. So we probably want 2 inches so we have some space between them once you're wearing it. So, and my clasp has done a weirdo. Okay. There we go. Fixed. So we're going to put that aside. Well, actually, maybe I'll measure it because we have to cut the wire for this one. Because we need to have the wire cut when we start this so that we can make sure we get our pendant in the middle. So let's turn down and we'll get started here. Come on, turn. There we go. So like I say, here is our original piece. We're going to measure this. I think it's probably going to be about, yeah, let's see what it is. Come on. Got beads in my way now, I can't see. So if we put the two connectors up here at the top, this is about, looks like about 12 inches. So we're going to want at least, I'm going to cut 16 inches of our cord because we want it to be about 14, and then we need the room for turning. So I'm going to cut about 16 to 18 inches. I think I'll just cut 18. I prefer to have more than extra than not enough. So we'll cut that baby off there. And we'll put a bead stopper on one side. Now, actually, you know what? I may work from both sides and just put our pendant on right now. And I'm going to put a few little seed beads underneath it so that I know that it's not going to roll around too much. So we'll get some seed beads out. Let's see, where's that tube of white ones? There we go. So we'll just put like 2 or 3 of these underneath. Probably 3. Yeah, that looks good. So now hey Rosemary, hi Linda, hi Mary. Tammy, my Sammy kitty passed away this morning, a couple hours ago. She had some kind of seizure and didn't make it through it. So, sorry. Anyway, so we've got our pendant on, we've got our little seed beads under it, and we're gonna decide now on a pattern going up. I am going to I'm gonna just pour some beads out here so I can get started here. Got our corrugated spacers. I have just a few of these bead caps left, so I'm not sure if we're going to use them or not because they will only have enough for 2. Some chevrons. Some of these sparkly spacers. Well, I debated sending a message that I wouldn't be on this morning, and then I thought, you know, it might be actually helpful to work on something. So I don't mean to be depressing to people, of course, but so we're gonna, something felt like it fell out, but I guess it was just the string here came out. But then, since I tend to like to throw things on the floor, it wouldn't be surprising if it was a bead rather than just the string. So get back there and out of my way. And we have some of our tiny, what are these? Oh, they're aquamarine. I was thinking these aren't labradorite. They're not the right color quite. So oh, I'm going to want more than 3 of those. Come on, have some more come out. Oh, not like that. So, now we have to decide how I want this to work. I'm going to put a bead stopper on the one side so we don't lose anything off, and we'll work on one side at a time here. And I'm debating what kind of bead I want to put right beside this. Maybe just one of these little crystals here. And then this shiny one. Obviously, these are hollow. They didn't want to go in. Ugh, excuse me. Snipply. Hey, Angel. Hey, Cindy. Thank you. I appreciate all you guys. It's actually helpful to have you guys around. I don't know. I think this chevron needs something a little more because it's got such a flat area. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then I'm gonna see if I can find a large spacer for those, since it does seem to need something a little more than I have for it. I wonder if a double bead cap would work on it very well. Well, let's find out. Go to there, then to this guy. Yeah, I think that'll work. So, but will the English cut work with the bead cap, double bead cap? This one's got the wire still on it. I need to get that off. Come on, baby. There we go. So let's see what this looks like here. Once we get this strand on like this here. Okay. Okay, I think I like it. Now we're going to put some of those purples in here somewhere though, maybe right here. Just one to give it some extra sparkle right here. Oops, we need a spacer of some kind. I think we'll just go with the sparkly spacers. Come on. And then I'm going to put a couple of these aquamarines with no spacers between because they're tiny enough they don't really need a spacer, I don't think. What do you think, guys? Then I'll turn it and go back to this pattern here maybe. Thank you, Leah. I love double spacers too. Good word. Good word, Mary. So I was thinking then we'll go back to this pattern here. Let's see, it was little one, right? First. And we'll see how we like it. I'm not sure I'm going to use the corrugated spacers in this one. So we're right here. I'm going to have to find some more of these. I know I have more. I just have to find where I have them stuck at. One thing I love about bead caps is that if there's any damages at the very edges of your beads, it will hide it. We're obviously going to have to get some more chevrons out for the other side too. We got 2 chevrons. This one goes to the other side. It's this one I need. So let's see how long we've got this right here. It's about 8 inches. So let's see how that compares to the middle of here. Go up there, guys. I think we have that 2 inches that I said we were going to need. Because this was 6, correct? Yep, 6. And then this is 8. So it's actually even maybe going to be a little longer than we need it to be. We'll put a bead stopper on this other side over here. And go over here and get started on this side with our patterning. So we go and start with this guy. And then this one. And this is where I need to go and find my other bead caps. I'm fairly positive I have some more beside me here. We're also going to have to get out 3 more of these chevrons. And let's see, what other beads I need to get out? 1, 2, 3 of these. 1, 2. We're going to need 1 more of those. We've got the right amount of these. Don't need these. And we've got plenty of aquamarine out. More than enough of these. We only need 2 of these. So the only thing I need as far as beads are concerned is a few more of these. And then I need to find my double spacers so we can go on. And I know I have some more. I just have to see how accessible they are. And sometimes they're very accessible, and other times they're like, yeah, no, I don't want to be found. There they are. I knew I had more. This looks like we need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So oh, interesting. Thanks, PK. I don't blame you, Leo. When the house is cold, it's just not comfortable. Oh, we got snow coming down right now. Hey, Kimberly. Okay, so now we're at this. We're doing the chevron. And then the star cut over here. Spacer. Chevron. Spacer. And then one of these babies. Come on. There we go. Now one of the sparklies and this little one. Now let's compare, make sure I didn't miss anything. We're looking good. Now it's a sparkly again. And the purple. Got to pull that purple in because it's so pretty. Now the sparkly. Oop. Now I don't know where that went. I didn't hear it hit the floor, but for me, hitting the floor is not uncommon. Oh no. I'm sorry you're catching a cold, PK. Never fun. So now I think we're at the 3 little aquamarine here. 1, 2, 3, and the next sparkly bead. Then purple, sparkly bead, and we're now right here going back into this, and I'm going to have to move this wire up some because I'm running out over here. So okay, so we're right here with our little blue one. Sparkle. This guy. Bead cap. Chevron. English cut. Chevron. One of these guys. The sparkly. And the blue. Almost didn't cut enough wire, huh? So there we go. There's our strand. Get the other bead stopper back on here. And now we're going to compare it to our inner one and make sure we haven't made it way too long. Slide all this extra over here. Here's our interior. We're going to, it's going to hook right here. And there's our interior part. Come on, don't get stuck on your clasp. We'll hook here and here, and it could be a little bit shorter, but I think it's still fine. I don't blame you, Angel. I don't like to leave my warm bed either. Hey, Dorothy. Of course, my leaving mine this morning was a little bit not the way I wanted to do it. So, but yeah, she got me good, and I know she didn't mean to, but see this lovely? It's got extra. She punctured me there pretty good. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we need to get a couple of crimp beads out, and then we're going to crimp her here onto where this jump ring. So now I need to find my crimp beads. Here's my beadle on ones. I know I have soft flex ones up here somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where, and I'm starting a mess right here, so I actually need to. The things up here that are up here, I already priced and was going to put in my Etsy shop, so that's why they're sitting there. But I don't think I have my soft flex silver really close by here. Oh, yes, I do. There they are. So we'll use our soft flex ones. They tend to be the strongest crimps, and we don't want our necklace to fall apart. And I'm not going to double crimp this one because of where it's going to be at. So. I know what you mean with that one. When I had my last bad cold, I found that it was easier to sleep in our recliner than in a bed. Ugh, that's not good, Kimberly. Who wants to be ick? That's a good question, PK. I don't know the answer to that one. So we're gonna grab our crimp bead. Now, if you want to open your jump ring back up, you don't have to even attach this right now. You can just, and in fact, it might be easier because then you don't have to worry about if you're getting it in the right place yet. But you can just make sure you're on the outside here because we don't want to be on the inside because that's not the inner one. This is the beaded chain is our inner one. So get in here. No, you have to go in the crimp. Like I said, I almost cut my wire too short. It's shorter than I like. I like about at least an inch to work with when I'm doing my crimping side. So push that up on there where I want it. No, the wire can't go with it. Now, if I wanted, I could push the wire back over to the other side. That's on the other side. I could push it over here and hold this that way. So we wouldn't have to worry about as much wire. That's got enough movement, I think. Though when it crimp it, it's going to make it go a little bit smaller. So we'll move it down just a little bit. Get your crimp right in the middle of the divot. Give it a light squeeze. Turn. Get back in the divot and squeeze again. And do that a couple of times. So now that we've got that on, we're going to push our beads back through. They should go through. I think most of these have a big enough hole for 2 strands. Go on. There we go. So now push all this stuff over to that side. Now see, I have bigger wire to work with now because I got it over here. So now we have all of it. It's hooked up over here. And we've got to make sure when we put this one on that we're on the right side of our crimped our jump ring again. Though, since it is a jump ring, if you end up not being on the proper side, you can always open your jump ring up and move it. So, oops. Good thing it didn't fly too far. I've done that before. Got the wire in the mat and then flicked my beads, or my, as the case may be, this baby here, and had them go flying. And I'm like, all right, where'd it go? I have no idea where it went. So okay, we'll go. Now I want to make sure I'm on the interior. I mean the exterior. The interior is that piece over there. So I am. So now we'll go through our crimp tube and then through some of our beads. I'm going to stop here at this sparkly one. Now the reason I'm going to do that is because if we go down further, come on, go through the sparkly one. Now we're hitting our double bead caps, and the double bead caps will make it harder to get these close up to the wire, because it's got the concave, so you can't come out this way because you're bending your wire this way. If you try to come out this way, this chevron has got that flat end and it's going to make it problem. So we'd have to go all the way down here, and we don't have that much cord. So we're going to stop right here. Hey, Angela. Hey, Janice. So, hey, Cindy. So we're going to get this crimped right here now. Make sure we've got it pretty well pushed over to the other side where it should be. And then we're going to crimp this. Now, because of the crimping pliers, it's got to come up just a little bit. So it is going to give a little bit of a gap there. And we want to get her in there. Make sure, though, that we don't have too much gap. Compare it to the other side some so you can get an idea. It looks pretty good. So squish. And then we'll turn and go in again and squish. And I like to do it 3 or 4 times till it looks pretty rounded. Oops, I got that too low, and so we left a bit of a weirdo. That's all right, we can sort of fix it. There we go. Pull that tight. Now we're going to get in here with our flush cutters and go right up to that bead. Slide right up to it. Trim that off. Any extra should go into the next bead down. And now we're finished. So this is our side with our, now see, this keeps doing this. I don't know why. It's a weirdo little thing. Stop sliding the chain up in you. I'm not sure I'm going to like this clasp. We may need to change it because this is being really weird, and it's pulled the chain up in there with it, and it doesn't seem to want to come out. So that could be a big problem. And even if I can get it out, if I sell this necklace and the customer has this happen to them, it's going to be a severe problem for everybody. There we go. Got it out. but I am thinking of changing this clasp because of that. So anyway, here is our necklace. As you can see, I did make it quite a bit longer, but it will maybe too much longer. But I'm going to try it on. I'm going to, in a bit, and we'll see how long it is. In fact, I will do it right now. And if I decide that we need more of this glittery chain, we did have some more. So it's not bad. It's a little bit short, but it's all right. But like I said, I'm not sure I'm liking the clasp. And frankly, if I wanted, flip over the right way there, you. Since I did have more of this, I could actually turn this into a this looks like it wants to go the other direction. There we go. I could turn this into a 3-strand if I have enough of the crystal chain left, and just do 2 crystal chains in here. That's true also, PK. It would need to be something small, though. Oh, I know. I'm sorry to hear that everybody's been feeling below the weather. I'm hoping that everybody feels better pretty soon. What I want to do is somebody suggested putting a little pendant on here. And what we could do is we could take, come on, baby, come out here, and put one of these guys on there. Like so. And since everything else has got the little knots here and here, that would be fine. If I do this, I will put it on a large jump ring and just let it swing freely, because I think that this chain, I think that what are you doing here? You stop. I think our chain has got a link in the middle here, this link here. And consequently, it's the pennant would hang off to one side, which is not kosher. Trying to remember where I stuck the rest of the chain when I put it aside. Because, of course, since I didn't finish use the rest of it, I did stick it aside somewhere. And as usual, I'm not sure where. Don't you just love that when you do that? Stick something aside and not sure where that something was? So, or since this would be in the middle, I wonder if it would allow me to do it. I'm thinking of a double jump ring on there. No, not this many, just a couple. Of course, I probably don't. If this will slide, let's see, if we go over here and then put this on here. Okay. Now see, it's on this side of our pretty here. And I don't know if it would slide over the top of it. No, it won't. It'll come close, but it won't. So unless we're going to cut a link out, which then would make it shorter, which we don't really want to do, we would need to see if we could take, and I'm not sure this will work because sometimes it's not got a big enough link, can go through our pretty again and go up on the other side of our chain piece. See if it's going to let me do this. Come on. And let's see how it's going to hang if we do that. Oh, something just fell. Interesting. So come on, you're twisting up there. I mean, it'll work. I'm not sure I like it. So when it hangs, it's not bad at all. But it doesn't look like it's centered, even though I know it is. There we go. So I think we're done, unless I decide to change this little weirdo clasp up here. I like this clasp. It's pretty, but it's also being a problem. Like I said, when that chain wrapped down in there, I didn't care for that at all. That was a problem. And this feels like it's upside down too. So, but we come down here. But there's what she looks like, all finished. So I think it turned out nicely. Now the other option, other than putting the two big jump rings on here, would be to take either some little or medium ones and come down to do this. And considering how that sinks around the crystal, that actually might be a better option. Now I'm fairly positive that these big jump rings won't go through the little link in the chain because of the size of they are, and because of it's got, of course, the other chain link in there to for the chain itself. And now it's going to fight with me, so it doesn't like it either. So what I'm thinking, I just don't like the way that sits in there. So I'm thinking of getting, put these aside so that I can use them for something else later. What I think I might want to do is to take, well, come on, you guys, sit properly here, is to take, not you, yeah, you're sitting right. Make sure it's sitting right before I work with it here. since this is got, and this one here in the middle, I'm thinking I could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I'm right. That one is the middle there. I could take this middle crystal out and then jump ring from here to here down to our pretty, and or the other option is to leave this crystal but take it off of one side here and let it drop down, so it drops down like this, and then hook this to this other crystal. Actually, I think I like that idea. I think these little links are welded in here though. So we will have to cut it. Let's see here. Then I'll take a tinky tot and hook it into our loop right here along with this other side, and then we'll, like that. I like that. I like that better. Thank you, ladies. So we need to get a couple of tinky tots. And actually, I may cut this other link off and make it a tinky tot too, because these are slightly larger than the ones that are in there. So what I'm going to do, like I said, see they're slightly larger. Not a lot, but a little bit. Is, well, let's see what it, if it will work the way I want it to first before I worry about that yet. Because they may not take 2 links in the chain. I mean, 2 jump rings in the chain. We may need to come on. Yeah, it will. Well, hopefully I didn't twist the chain when I did that. So now we go down, and now we've got this one down here. And like I said, it doesn't look right. These are gap here, so I'm gonna cut this second one over here. Get another tinky tot and go to it from that side. And before I do that, I'm going to roll my chain down and make sure that they are all facing the proper direction here. So this goes into here now. So we'll get this one. Oop, dropping again. Just love it when I have the dropsies. So then we'll open this one up, go into this one. Now pull this little guy back up here, and hopefully the 2 tinky tots will go in here, because this wire is a little bit thicker than that one is. And of course it doesn't want to. There it goes. here we go. She's hanging down here. Now we're going to get another Tinky Tot and hang on the little pendant. So through here, through this guy. Now this pendant is double-sided, so it doesn't matter which way you get it in here. It will work. And there we go. So there's what it looks like now with this little guy in the middle here. And let's get these out of the way before we have Tinky Tots all over the floor. Actually, I'll fetch my bottle here and just put them in here. Probably should just put the whole bag in here. So she's all done. Thank you, Janice. Oh, hello, Joanna. So we're all done with this one. It is, oh, we got about 4 minutes left. And I did find my tiger's eye yesterday. After searching for it. So tomorrow we may work on the tiger's eye pendant necklace. For those of you who were not on yesterday and don't know what I'm talking about, I have this really pretty pendant that's a big feather with a hunk of tiger's eye in the middle. And we are going to make a pendant necklace with this baby. Ah. Well, thank you, ladies. We have just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to flip us up here and we can chat for a few more moments. And I will hold the necklace up so you can see what it looks like up. Well, you know what? The tiger's eye pendant, guess what? I got 2 of them. So even if I decide to sell the first one, I got a second one I can make. So anyway, here's our necklace. Come on, baby, flip the right way. So there's what it looks like with our little pendant inside. And I think it turned out really nicely. Now I was obviously holding it a little crooked because it wasn't going into the center of our necklace, but it is. So there's what it looks like. Oops, little twist there. There we go. So, and if I were to put it on, my hair out of it. Oh, come on, hair. What are you grabbing on? So, so it looks like so. Back up some so you can see it better. It is a little low, as you can see, but I think it's, some people really like a low necklace, so that might be just perfect. So I think it turned out pretty nicely. So there we go. So yeah, I do have 2 of these. I don't know why I decided to get a second one. I think they had it in another color too, but I couldn't find the other color, though I thought I bought it in the other color as well, which I think was turquoise. But yeah, there's our tiger's eye pendant that we're going to work with, yes, tomorrow. So, and I did find golden tiger's eye beads. As well as some other browns if I decide to put some other browns in it. I also have some tiger iron as well. This end one is tiger iron here. This is jasper. And then I have some big golden tiger eye in these big rectangular chunks. So, oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Cindy. Actually, I think I have a video making these. These are one of my wire wrapped ones that I made, I think in the spring. So there's probably a video of making those. I'm fairly positive I have a video of making those, in case you're interested. Now, I'm also thinking, and maybe we'll do it on the members live tomorrow for those who are members. I would, if you'll recall, I was talking about yesterday. I was talking about the Botswana agate that I was going to thanks. That I was going to excuse me. Think. Brain go away. Oh yeah, the earrings that I was going to wire wrap with using the Botswana agate drops. And some of them. So I think that will be pretty too. I may do those on the members live tomorrow. So we'll see what I decide to do. I hope you had a good time with me today. I had a good time with you guys. Helped a lot, quite truthfully. It always helps to have somebody. Thank you, Dorothy. When you're having a rough time. So so I appreciated everybody who came and helped me out today, so to speak. So I hope everybody has a nice day, a wonderful New Year's, and hopefully my New Year will improve. Can't get much worse, right? But thank you, ladies. And it is a few minutes after our hour, so we are going to go, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.